So it's Monday, almost midnight, 11:45. I can't sleep. I've been crying, and I'm gonna make a snack that I shouldn't make. I'm gonna make a toasted cheese sandwich because I'm sad. Like, I really do eat my feelings. Like, it dawned on me, a friend of mine watched me do it like a month or so ago. I was out with her for dinner and we had leftovers. Like, I was full, and something upset me when we got to her house. I ate everything. Like, I've had to really reckon with that, like my real relationship with food. I'm one of those fatties that believes that my relationship with food is not so bad, but there's a fucking reason I'm fat, you see. So I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna feel better and shit right after. I'm aware that's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Kind of hot. Still too hot. I do like to open it so it cools and doesn't burn me. I took headache tablets. I don't have a headache, but one of the side effects is that it makes me hungry, but that hasn't kicked in yet. I'm eating because I just want to. I'm not hungry. And one of the side effects is that it makes me sleep. So I'm tired of being up. Also, I won't have lights in about an hour. I was like to somebody today, when is our late shed? And they like, I had my phone on me that I have the app on it. And they're like, oh, well, you're gonna be asleep. And then they're like, oh no, but it's you. Like, you are gonna be up. It's at 1, right? Because I just happen to be up and stuff. But yeah, man. Here I am looking all what some would consider indecent, which makes me want to have a certain conversation with you guys about that, like the ideas we have around how people are supposed to show up on the internet in spaces that they've created for themselves for their own reasons. Like, I'm not a lifestyle blogger. I didn't promise anybody beauty, and I'm not gonna act dense and act like I didn't understand why that person had that take underneath that video. Eat my sandwich, and then we're gonna come have this chat because it's cooling down. I added some of this, like I like a lot of kick. It's mid. It's not like a punch. And I'm gonna have some green juice because that's what I have in the house. Also, that's what the hell I like to drink. I don't have a sweet tooth much. I'm a savory girl. Like, I'll get up and make a cheese toasty. And not like they're muffins in the fridge, but that's not calling me. Like, I'm having this stuff. I love this for my liquid and my smoothies. I like green smoothies, so I like to have this. I'm just having a bad day. Otherwise, I've been having a good month of good eating, things I actually enjoy, that happen to be on the healthier side of life. Looks like this. It's like a offish olivey green. Okay. Oh, it tastes like freshness. I love it. I love it, love it. Okay. What do I want to chat to you guys about? Do you see how messy I look right now? How blurry the video kind of is. Because I'm having to use my front camera. I'm not in my usual space. I wouldn't be able to use the back camera. I wouldn't see what's going on. There's no mirror. But I wanted to record this for myself to look back on, because I've been wrestling with the thought for well over 2 hours now in bed, tossing and turning. I was load shedding from 7 to 9, and since I got my lights back, I've been tossing and turning and tossing and turning, like, go make a snack, don't, go make a snack, don't. And I would have probably been better off making my snack earlier, and then doing something that uses up some of that energy. But I didn't do that, and I'm gonna go to bed with like a full tummy, because that's like a full meal for me. Like, it just is. Bread is a very fitting thing for me, which when I love bread. So a while ago, let's get back on this chat. I posted a video. I was in my robe, like I'm in a towel today. I just got out of bed. I wasn't. It's fucking hot. I wasn't gonna put on clothes to turn this on. Like, I wasn't. Like, I'm so sorry if the idea that I'm wearing a towel is the worst thing that could ever happen to you. I'm really happy for your life problems. But I don't want to seem flippant and seem like I'm not appreciative of the audience that I have. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm disrespectful of you all, like I don't take you seriously, and it's very much like, well, they're just gonna have to take me how I am. So I'd like to offer up an explanation, perhaps, so that you can have a better understanding of the fact that spaces aren't curated for the same purposes and or created to fulfill the same function. I would love to be dolled up every time I come on here. Actually, no. I understand that as a woman, it's preferable that I am constantly feeding into the male gaze, which is to look what is said to be appropriate and decent and attractive at all times, and that might involve putting on some blush and some lipstick every time I turn this camera on. Unfortunately, how I'm set up right now is that my life doesn't move at the same pace, right? The brain power that it takes to get up and get done, it's a lot of energy. I think we all know that. I don't always have that in me, truly. And on the day that I showed up on camera in my mom's robe, it's not in my robe, it was on a day where for days I'd been putting off having this conversation, but I wanted to have it. And that was the most productive thing I had done that day. I eventually just sat up. Like, I just sat up in bed and I took my phone and I started talking. And I felt so like we did one thing today, you know, Didi. I was proud of myself. Like, you put this out, you were concise in what you were saying, your thoughts were somehow, you know, somewhat cohesive, which is rare for you because your brain is scattered. And you were sensitive where you had to be, and you honored these women's feelings and tried to validate them in parts and try not to judge them, but still be authentic to yourself and your views. That's what I'm doing here. That's who I am. That's what I'm offering. I am not trying to be Michali. Like, I'm not gorgeous and Bali, right? And that's not to say then that means I get to be careless with you and I get to show up here just an eyesore and have you like, why does she look like that? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm gonna show up how my like the capacity at which I can show up. And unfortunately, at this point in my life, sometimes I have thoughts I need to get out, and I just need to get them out in whatever state I'm already existing in. It's not to be disrespectful of you, and I hope you don't receive it that way. But I saw the comment and I saw the back and forth, and I decided to leave it and address it now at a later date so that we don't be scratching each other in the comments. And I didn't want to feed it, and I didn't want to make somebody a monster or make like I didn't understand the point of view as to where they're coming from. But it's a very important conversation to have as creatives. I don't know why I did not save that TikTok, because I just saw it while I was tossing and turning in bed. There's a content creator on here that I like. She does a lot of she's American, and I think she's based in Atlanta. She's a lesbian, and she does a lot of content around the queer community in Atlanta, or her pocket of it. Her style is very laid back, like Khalees. So maybe if I remember, I'm going to just put her name somewhere here, and maybe I can even find that TikTok.
Can we just make some content? Can the girlies get back to being kooky and weird on the platforms? Can we get back to just like actually storytelling, having something to say, like having something to show instead of, like fake staged candid videos of you in front of a step and repeat? I feel like content creation has now become this thing where you need to cosplay as a celebrity or like cosplay as somebody who has money and record yourself living a lifestyle that is inaccessible to almost like prove your worthiness of creating it's weird. Like, can we please just get back to just making stuff? Because this shit that is going on now is just, it's weird.
Somebody else dished it as well, where she's talking about how there's a lot of pressure for content creators to show up as having made it, as being rich, as being put together. Can we just get back to putting out the content? We can't all show up as Barbie. We're not all gonna show up or put together, because I'm not here for that. I'm not dropping beauty tips. I'm not telling you how to grow your locks. Like, I'm not, I mean, I can if I ever choose to do that one day, but that hasn't ever been what I said I'm selling you, you know? So it threw me off a little bit, but I tried to understand where the person was coming from, even though my initial kind of reaction to it was, do it like radio. Like, you just listen to my thoughts. You don't need to actually watch me. Maybe that's because that's how I consume this kind of media online. I listen a lot because I'm working, right? So video essays, I love video essays. I love a video that's like 2 hours plus long. That is my stuff, right? I will listen, and I don't really need for a person to show up put together in a way, because I'm not consuming them. And I'm a very visual person, so it might be odd for people, but I don't want that pressure for myself, because I felt it even in my business. I put off starting my business for a bit in the beginning because I was like, my mom's kitchen is not the prettiest. You know, what if people say my home is filthy and they don't want to buy things coming up? And my home wasn't filthy. It still isn't filthy. It just wasn't, you know, aesthetic enough, Instagrammable enough, you know. And I still feel the same way about my workspace to this moment. That stuff gets in the way of creativity. And maybe it's a difficult thing to understand when you're a person who's not, and understand branding and be brand conscious and trying to look polished and trying to shop a certain way in order to project professionalism, right? But this space is still very much just a spot for us to have some conversations that I want to have with you all, and we can exchange ideas in the comments and things of that nature. And I would like to preserve that kind of feel of the channel for as long as I can before it gets away from me. And that's why I truly just like to show up in my most raw, authentic self. And for a person who also has like a lot of body image issues, it takes a lot from me to show up like this. One of my friends let me know that her husband is like, you know, she's always talking about all the issues that she has, but she's always sitting so close to the fucking camera. Well, he didn't say that because he doesn't say, and he adores me, okay? But just that I still do it. You know, I've had topics I wanted to address with a very learned friend of mine who's done radio in the past, but he's struggling to be on camera, and I am not well informed. Well, I am, but I struggle to articulate myself around that topic as well as he does, and I would do the topic a great injustice, right? So we still haven't figured out how we're gonna do it so that you guys can get his thoughts and his views, because they're so valuable, and he's so informative on the topic, because physically he just can't bring himself to be on camera and be perceived and be judged and have his looks pulled apart and things of that nature. This isn't easy, right? I have so many issues. You guys have seen me sometimes when I laugh, I cover my mouth. I've got issues with my teeth. Like, it's always something. So I never said I'm selling you beauty, and that isn't me being rude, you know, not to sound repetitive, but like, a lot of us put off doing stuff as creatives because it's now only acceptable for the creativity to come in its most polished form, meaning we're now gatekeeping the influencer economy, right? We're essentially pushing the pores out and saying that you must already have the nice stuff. You should already have the camera that shoots in 4K. You should already have the iPhone. And if it's not coming exactly like this, then I won't consume it, you know? Which then just makes the whole like idea of like the internet being this great equalizer and the fourth industrial revolution being this like vehicle for those of us who come from less to navigate a lot better, and it's going to even the it makes all of that redundant, because you're saying I should already come polished and packaged, and if not, what I have to say is then not valuable. You can't consume what I have to say because it's not sitting pretty in pink or as pretty as possible. I'm a fucking cute girl, so it's like you could have let that alone, truly, you know. But this is also a chat for the creatives who say, I'm not going to do it until this, right? I need my background to look pretty before I sit down and I say whatever it is that I want to say. You guys are here to have conversations with me. Okay, we're here to unpack stuff, be vulnerable, share our thoughts, laugh, lots of giggles, okay? Cackles all day, every day. That's what this is for. Okay, a little gossip because we're so concerned, friend. Oh my god, but she's sweet. Yena, she's sweet. Mara why? You know that's why we're here. Truly, I know sometimes I do my little makeup, and you guys are. By the way, for the fat girls, I look cute this weekend, and maybe I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post. My friend had a bride, a little birthday thing. Her birthday was on the 1st, but she had the bride this weekend, and she had a 90s theme thing, and I showed up as Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice because it's easy, because my hair, right? But I'm a big girl who can't find jeans. See, got influence, right? I pay attention. I'm a big girl who struggles to find jeans where I feel comfortable and I look good in. And baby, I needed a jean for this look, right? The two iconic looks from that movie that she has, the all navy look and the look with the denim and the white shirt. You guys know what I'm talking about, and the white scarf. That's the look I went for, right? I needed to get those jeans. I live in leggings because then I never have to confront the size on the trouser because it gets me really, really low. But also it's expensive to find good jeans for big girls, or you have to adjust the waist or whatever. Now I found them at Pep. I got jeans at Pep. The original price is 200 rands, but they were on sale, and I'm just gonna put the picture here. I'll post it as well on Instagram, same handle. I'm gonna put the picture here. And so yeah, if you're a big girl and you are like, I don't know, please go try the jeans. Please go try them. I can't speak to how well they hold because I just got them and I just wore them for the first time at the weekend. This really has nothing to do with anything. I'm just so stoked about the jeans, right? I'm gonna have to get the waist adjusted still because like I do drag a wagon, you know? And the waist does come in a little bit. She's still a big girl, but like she's like proportioned in a way where that's my reality and stuff. So I'll also give an update on how they wear, how they wash, how they stretch, and all of that stuff. You guys can remind me like months from now, hey, how are those jeans doing? So yeah, anyway, create, honor your creativity. That's another thing where you die while you're still living because you're waiting for things to come together and you're waiting to be the most. Even this channel, right? I needed everything to be in place, and then one day I just was like, no, just grab the camera and talk. That's what you want to do it. But anyway, that's my chat, loves. Bye, Yella.